I have some things to clear up.
Oh, Lord. Shit.
There was a clip
Nope.
that got over 100,000 views of us talking, and at the end of the clip, because we were talking about getting peed on and getting pooped on and stuff, and the whole clip I was saying, I don't like that. I don't want it.
And then you said you were okay with it.
Before the clip ended, I said, no, I'm okay with pee play. I'm okay with poop play. I meant like I'm good off of that. And you could tell by what I said before that and how I was saying, like, nah, I'm okay with the pee. But then everybody was like, he's okay with pee play? He's okay with getting pooped on? You think you know a person.
How'd you feel when you saw those responses?
Betrayed. I was like, contextually, that makes no sense.
Well, when you said it, I was like, huh.
But the way I said it was just like, no, I'm good off all that.
No, the way you said it was like, I'm okay with the pee play. I'm okay with the poop play.
Before that, I was
so
talking
that was
about
convincing.
The whole time before that, I was saying yuck. So that one little statement just changes some minds.
You're a comedian, so who's to say you weren't joking around and then at the end changed it up like, yeah, I'm okay with the pee play. I'm okay with the poop play.
I think that some people out there, yourself included, needs to learn how to read context clues.
So everybody else got it wrong. Except you.
Who's everybody?
All of those comments on social media who's like, damn, Patrick's cool with poop play.
That's why
so
I'm addressing
everybody
the people
got it
who
wrong
are
except
slow with the contextuals.
So that I don't think they were
It
slow.
wasn't everybody. It was a few people, yourself included.
You can't say, I'm okay with this and expect people to interpret that you're not okay with it.
What I'm saying is if you guys picked up on context clues, you would see
Patrick,
I was saying that was gross up
I
until
knew. I
that
already knew.
one statement.
I already knew, but when you said it on air and I saw the footage, I said,
don't like people out there thinking I'm getting pooped on.
In your words, uh-oh.
Thanks for, well, you could have helped me clarify. If you thought that.
Would you help me?
Yeah. I would,
no, you would not.
You don't think if you said, I'm okay with poop play, I would have been like, what? You're okay with poop play? If I thought that, I wouldn't be like, huh, she said that. Maybe the comments will get her later. I address everything.
I mean, I have other conversations with you, so I already knew you wasn't into it. But when I saw the footage, I was like, this is hilarious. And
not into it, guys.
There it is.
Can't
for the record, you are not into poop play.
I don't like fluids, period.
You don't like fluids?
I make exceptions for just bodily fluids in general. It's just,
So like vaginal secretions during sex. You're like
I said, there's exceptions for certain things, but overall bodily fluids are like have a degree of nastiness to them, Vaginal secretions, yeah, they're cool in the context of sex, but you put a bunch of them in a coffee mug and slide them over to you, you're like, ugh, this is disgusting. These are bodily fluids.
I saw this one. It was like it was a thumbnail. Oof! It's the most disgusting thumbnail I've ever seen on a porn site. And it was a cup, a jar, a mason jar, like this. It was a mason jar full of nut.
By one person?
I don't know.
It's communal nut.
It was a thumbnail. And it said, like, woman drinks.
Why would you jack off to that?
I said,
why would you jack off just to a girl drinking nasty semen?
The image is burned in my mind, and I'm so disgusted by it.
Which is interesting, right? I'm glad you said that, because in my younger porn watching years, I realized, I saw a video of, it was 2 girls, 1 cup. It wasn't that, though. It was a sex tape. So it was called that, but it was just a dude who, nut into a coffee mug, and then 2 girls, drank it. And that's when I was
and they swapped it?
That's when I was like, man, semen really has to go direct to consumer for me.
Direct to consumer?
Yeah, if there's any stops along the way, it becomes gross. A dude can, finish in a girl's mouth and it's all sexy and stuff, but if there's anything in between the consumer and the penis, if it's transferred to a mug or a table or something, and then they do, I'm out. It grosses you out. It's gross. Yeah.
I have a thing about spit.
You like it or you don't like it?
Not like watching spit.
Oh,
Ew.
so you don't like the scene where they like be transferring
Oh no.
mouths?
I don't like it. Even it comes down to, I don't even like watching people brush their teeth.
Ah.
Like, cause just like.
Spit is my favorite bodily fluid. No, I mean, think about them. Let's list them all out because they're all horrible.
I get why.
Sweat and tears are the non-sexual one. Not my thing.
I'm cool with sweat.
I don't like them.
I love sweat.
I don't like being if me being like drenched with sweat with the woman, as opposed to like being spitty with the woman. I'll take spitty.
I'll take sweat.
I like the sweat.
Oh yes, sweat is just like.
What other things are there? There's tears, sweat, spit. I think that covers the face. Blood, urine, dookie, cum, vagina cum, squirt. Yeah, spit's my favorite. Squirt second.
So vagina cum's not your favorite?
Probably then sweat, then tears, then everything else. Blood, pee, and dookie are all the same to me.
I'm
Very
here
gross.
for the sweat.
Would you drink sweat?
No, I wouldn't drink it, but I'd lick the sweat off of him. Yeah, I would.
Would you sell your own titty sweat?
Yes, of course.
Women do that.
I
put
just
mason
haven't
jars
found
under
a
their
way.
boobies.
Haven't found a way to collect it.
Oh, I found a way. I've Damn Internet You Scary covers a lot of topics.
Okay, because my under titty does sweat.
The girl who does that says she goes out, lays by the pool, and puts mason jars under. Mason jars are getting a lot of shout outs this episode. Puts mason jars under her breasts. But the only problem is that when that becomes a main source of income, you got to be sweating all the time. That becomes dangerous.
Yeah,
like the girl who started selling her farts and then went to the hospital because she was farting too much.
Farting too much?
Well, once people start buying your farts, she started eating and taking all these supplements that made her gassy. And then she went to the hospital for being too farty, too gassy.
Couldn't figure out another.
She was
too farty.
She was fartified. Hey, I got some Pringles. You like original flavored Pringles?
I do.
I
I'm a simple girl when it comes to chips.
You ever do the duck? Quack quack. I'm a Pringle duck.
How much?
Wah, wah.
What are you drinking over there?
Wah, wah, wah. Peanut butter whiskey. This would have been a great advertisement if we were just so happened to be sponsored by Pringles and whiskey.
Hey, hey Pringles. A screwball.
Well,
you got a little ASMR going on.
I got a fantastic thread today.
I have a good one too.
My thread is kind of heartbreaking.
Oh.
It's about a show that was very, very popular on MTV. That everybody loved. But just like Thanksgiving,
all good
you find
things
out
must
real.
come to an end.
You find out the real.
Okay.
This was a tweet that said, "I still can't believe Pimp My Ride was fake."
Oh yeah. I for sure thought that shit was real.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those shows that falls into the cracks in terms of like things that you don't like even think about it being real or fake. Mm-hmm. You know, you think about like Bad Girls Club and all these reality shows, and you'd be like, I think this is fake, WWE and all that. But this was a tough one to find out. And there's also elements of it that's just like, how is it fake? So I'm going to go into not only a thread of how people were upset about this, but even how it was fake.
Wow. I remember seeing when they was putting the refrigerators in the cars, and I was like, I need that.
Cool ass show idea until you grow up and realize all the legalities that must have been a fish tank on your bumper. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm pretty sure there's some legal issues.
We need answers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't really disappearing and posing like that on the. You know how they always found an alleyway on the, and he was always just like, and he'd disappear and be over here, and then disappear and be on the wall.
I really liked that show.
It's a great show.
You know what? I'm sorry. You had said, like, you know, it's kind of sad. I'm not not sad about it because I was entertained. And even though it's fake, I still was blown away by the work that they did. So it doesn't take away, for me, it doesn't take away the work that they did on the cars. You know, maybe how they did it was a little different, but I still like the way everything was put together. And
yeah, you were still entertained.
Yeah,
but
so I'm not as mad.
The narrative was that there was some broke person who was down on their luck, and they're always like, I have 7 kids. I need to go to medical school. I have an eviction notice. Please help me. And then Exhibit came, and he was disappearing and appearing and stuff like that. He was just like, what up, Chandra? I'm here to give you a popcorn machine in your back seat because you saw a movie once.
Boy, you sound like one of the Muppets.
Yeah, I sound like Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, Oscar the Grouch. One of the Muppets.
I know Exhibit had a very rough and raspy voice. I don't know. I'm horrible at impersonations.
That was
pretty But he was,
bad.
You're
Fat Albert.
That was the that's the
Fat
challenge.
Albert.
Yeah, that's more accurate. But that's the challenge of my thread, is that people were trying to think of jokes. I'm gonna ask you one.
Is this bad?
It'll be like, you're a farmer, so I put a pig trough in your back seat.
Hey, you made that shit functional. Yeah. I ain't mad at it.
So you got to think of one. We're gonna go have a little back and forth.
Oh God. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you're a dentist, so I made your steering wheel out of teeth.
It'll be like you're a hairstylist, so I put a sink in the back seat.
In your trunk.
Sink in the trunk.
So yeah, that's gonna be mine.
With
so what is your thread about?
Before, I was gonna say, is this bad that I don't remember none of the sob stories.
They're all the same.
So it was like,
what up, y'all? My car sucks.
That's it. My car sucks. I need to make
My car is trash. Help me. And then they always threw in like something good about them, like, I'm a student, or I like just, I be saving babies, but I can't keep a job because of all these babies I'm saving. So help me, Exhibit. And then he appeared out of nowhere.
He appeared and put 17 baby seats in.
He was like Nigga Claus. Exhibit was like Nigga Santa Claus,
the Wishmaster. Okay, my thread is a tweet of mine. I can't necessarily say it went viral because viral, it got to be crazy amount, but it did get 833 quote tweets on Twitter.
It's yours?
Which is pretty, I think it's pretty impressive.
Okay.
And so it says, when a man marks his territory, what does he usually leave at her house?
Interesting. Because I know what women leave. I had to learn the hard way. You guys are some damn deviant ninjas. And what's crazy is that with men, sometimes our eyes aren't even trained to pick up certain things. Like when I was in college, and this is when I learned. When I was in college, there was a girl who was like, her name should have been Bobby because she had all the Bobby pins. She was just leaving them in like little spots, and when I would go to just like clean up my bathroom or something like that, I would look right over them, like I wouldn't even register them, and then someone else would find them and be like, Bobby pins? You don't need no. I didn't have hair at the time, so I know.
Tough. You got caught up.
I know that women do this.
Oh yes, we do. Are you going to be able to share a real story that,
what?
Of a woman who left something at your house and actually got you in trouble?
Sure.
Okay. I've definitely left shit.
I can't tell a story about me leaving shit because that is fucking weird.
So you've never left anything at anybody's house?
No, not on purpose.
Okay. Did anybody ever call you and say, hey, you left such and such?
No.
No?
No, because I didn't,
I've definitely left shit because I have left shit on purpose before, back in my younger days.
What is the thought process behind that? Is it just like, is it like, I hope some other bitch finds this and he gets in trouble? Or is it like, what exactly is that?
Well, that is a mindset. So that's definitely a mindset for some women who feel like they need whatever other chick is around to see that she exists in some form or capacity. And so for me, it was more so if we were close enough. If we were close enough, I'd be like, shit, I'll just get it when I come back. You know, it shouldn't be no big deal if we're
But
dealing
that's not
with each
leaving
other.
something on purpose.
Well,
Leaving
it's
something on
like
purpose is
it's
for a
like
reason.
well, I'm saying I've left stuff, realized I left it, and not told him.
So real,
You know, because
I
I'm
feel
like, oh well, I'm gonna go back over there and get it anyway. So
well, I feel
it
like
wasn't-
that's leaving it knowingly, as opposed to leaving something on purpose. Is like, I'm putting this right here.
I did that back in my younger days.
But I'm saying, what is the purpose? Because originally I thought it was like, I want him to have stuff around, my stuff around, so that he always thinks of me or stuff like that, or like a constant reminder. But then I
It'd
was
be like
just like,
earrings
is this
and lashes. Earrings,
is
lashes.
this like an attack on other women potentially? Is it you? I feel like it's usually that now.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't done it in a very, very,
But when
very
you did
long
it, it
time.
was for
and
other
I was
women.
young and immature.
But that was for other women.
Yes.
You tried
But-
to do everything but say that.
Because it's been so long that the last, decade or so that if I left something, it's been more so like it should be okay. Like, because I also think about it if the roles were reversed. If he came to my house and he left something, it ain't no big deal. Even if he left some shit on purpose, like, it ain't no big deal for me.
Right.
Because I'm not going to get in trouble. So
Right.
if he left his hoodie, niggas are, notorious for leaving hoodies. If he
I thought
left-
y'all were stealing them. We weren't notorious for leaving them. We want
Well,
those.
I've had hoodies left at my place before, and I'm cool with it. Honestly, if he leaves any form of clothing or whatever, if I'm close enough to him, I like that.
I'm gonna smell it.
I would. Absolutely.
I think that's nigga tactics for other niggas. Like, let me leave some because I've for sure been at chicks' house and they offer me some basketball shorts and I'll be like,
See,
Who are
I'm
these?
I'm so hesitant to do that. Like I played basketball myself, so I have a plethora, and I'm thick down there, so I can get larger size,
Right.
basketball trunks.
Don't
so
offer.
it's been exactly.
Don't fucking
I'm like, oh, he needs some shorts. I don't know. I don't know if these are mine or if these, because niggas have left basketball shorts
Right.
before, and they've been there for years. So
They just
once,
kind of
even after I'm done dealing with
meld
them,
into yours?
yeah, even after I'm done dealing with them, it can be years later, and I don't even realize like they're his. So if I'm not dealing with him no more, and I'm dealing with somebody else, and they need, they're at my
So
house, and they need
you've had
something,
the
I
change of
will
guard?
not.
You'll give old nigga. So there's been like hand me down nigga shorts.
Yeah, I've had that, but I won't give it
Why not? You
because
wouldn't-
I think it's disrespectful
To who?
to him,
The person or the old person?
to the new person. I don't give
new
a fuck
person.
about the old person. I got the shorts; they mine now. But
But if they're yours now, why not let
because
somebody know?
I'm not comfortable with that, and especially if
Hand
say
me
this
down,
happened,
hand me down dick.
But say this happened. This is horrible. What if
Takes a
I
photo.
give him the shorts, right? And I'm not sure if they're mine. I think they're mine. And once he puts them on, I'm like, I realize like, oh shit! Like I get a flashback of the other nigga in the shorts. Like, oh shit! I gave him another nigga shorts. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Don't let
you
him
know?
take a selfie.
Oh,
About to
Lord.
beat it up.
Right.
He's like, nigga, those shorts say Howard. Those are mine.
And so I just steer clear of that because I don't want no parts of that debauchery because yeah. Now, yeah.
That'd be tight to give a new bitch the old bitch lashes. Like, oh yeah, I got some leftover lashes. And
That'd be
it's just
tight?
Like, just like, damn, yeah, those used to be blinking on a whole other face. You know what I'm
First off, that's unsanitary.
yeah, for real.
You
I
trying
hear
to
there's
give your
like
bitches
little
pink
mites.
eye.
I hear there's like
Yeah.
little mites in our eyelashes too.
Yeah, you trying to okay, you can do a test. Offer. If she takes them and puts them on,
Loose leaf
she's
lashes?
disgusting.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. If she does it, test her.
Who the fuck takes loose leaf lashes? Especially, also, why the hell would I have lashes? They clearly been on somebody else.
Like girls leave a lot of stuff. Even it's crazy. Even because I know something like this. Even if you're not that invested into them, girls will still leave shit at their house if they go over there.
That's
like,
some pimp shit.
And sometimes
pimps
it's
too.
like, it's even, if you drop something, you kick it under the couch or somewhat under the couch. So it's like a little piece of an earring like hanging out the couch, you know. They won't even be like stuck on the dude like that and still, you know, go in the bathroom and just brush their hair, leave the shit on the ground, you know, struggle. Hair is the biggest snitch because you could leave it purposely or not purposely.
Right.
And
I had
I
a chick
can't
burn
tell
a
you.
strand of hair right in front of me, like, shh.
I can't
I
tell
was like,
you
what the
how
fuck
many
you
times.
doing? She was like, seeing
And
if it's synthetic or not.
the thing, oh wow,
Like, what the fuck?
oh, she knew you was on some bullshit. And to make it worse, if y'all was really fucking around, her hair could get caught in yours. So, you ever like, if she's ever like
I
going
used
through
to
your
care
hair
about
and
that
goes
stuff
like this,
so much.
this like curly hair coming out, it's like
I
this.
used to care about that.
I can't
so
tell you how
much.
much shit I found. So much shit before. It's nuts.
My apartments used to be in college. My apartments were so fucking clean. So fucking clean. And then I don't know. It just came.
They always find something, huh?
Yeah, and then it just came a part where I was just like, find it.
Damn.
It was really sad. There was this girl that I really liked, but like we had a understanding, but so she wasn't tripping. She did her own thing too, but there came a time, and no one ever talked to me like this. She was just like, I know, that it is what it is, and I'm not tripping at all, but you used to hide it a lot better. It was just like a really cool update. It was just like, you used to care enough to hide it a little better. I'm not tripping, but this shit is just everywhere now.
Right.
And that's when I was just like, damn, I used to be better at this. But then I feel like after 30, I was just like,
Find it. It's there. Yikes.
I don't know.
Oh, Patrick.
I don't know.
Patrick and his ladies.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at
Um,
my phone.
huh? It's adorable.
It's so cool.
Is it
I'm trying
new?
to figure out how to, because I can make it
You got the 14?
a thing for this. Yep.
Mm,
I got
check
that
you out.
14 on them. All right, so we doing Pimp My Ride first, or are we just going right into this? Let's just go right into yours. I feel like whichever one we talk about the longest should be
You
first.
should go into first. Okay. So like I said, this one went crazy on Twitter. My tweet was, when a man marks his territory, what does he usually leave at her house?
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we already covered hoodies and basketball shorts.
So the first one is a baby.
Damn.
That means he's splooging in that thing.
Not my style. What's number 2?
Oh, you trying to...
It's a little much.
Dookie streaks in the toilet.
To mark their territory?
I guess so.
I would never. That's horrifying.
Yeah, I think that's a comfort thing. I feel like men typically aren't as like caring about that type of stuff, like
Right.
leaving like.
But I mean, I could tell it on accident.
So-
but like saying I'm gonna leave a streak to mark my territory.
Maybe because if she got any other guys coming over, chances are
She would have to admit to being disgusting, or admitting
or
to having
it
another
was
nigga.
somebody else.
Hilarious.
I'd have to
Yeah,
blame
I'd
it
be
on a
dookie.
homegirl.
I'd be dookie.
I'm blaming it on a homegirl. I'd be like, damn it, Clarissa.
Damn it, Jessica.
Honestly, if a dude left dookie streaks in my toilet, right, and I have someone else coming over, more than likely that's gonna be cleaned. So it's gonna get cleaned
Clean
up.
toilets before people come over.
Yeah.
Dookie Street toilets.
If I mean, I have more than one bathroom in my place, so yeah, I want things to be, especially, if it's somebody that I plan on being intimate with. I don't want them to walk in my bathroom and be like, ew,
That's smart. The only thing I'd be thinking about is my kitchen. Like when I have
kitchen.
company, like kitchen, I feel like it has to be okay, because not only is it the first thing you see in my layout when you come in, but like I didn't realize this till just now, so I'm glad we're talking about this.
Uh-oh.
I judge women off of their kitchen.
Do you?
I do, and it's weird because I'll like go over a woman's place, and I had some cool advice that was like, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So between my spot and my studio, I feel like it's very much like how my brain works. It's very disorganized. It's very cluttered. But one thing it never is like dirty, Like it's never dirty. It might be like messy or something like that. But it's very specific and strategic. So that's kind of like how I do everything. It's very disorganized, but I have a lot of intent.
To Virgo.
All right.
Organized disorganization.
Organized chaos. I like how you said it though. But organized chaos it seems like it's more accurate. So if a woman, if I come in and it's just like, and a lot of times the judgment comes from like a kitchen being like nasty. Like if there's dishes, that's one thing. But if it looks like this has been out for a minute, or it's like the food, like plates with food still on it have been out and stuff like that, in my mind, I'm like, okay, how does this apply to the rest of them? Do they take care of themselves like that? Is there anything I need to, you know what I mean? Are they nasty in ways that are not attractive? So I do look at that.
The kitchen make you think about the pussy.
It does. It really does. And
you walk into a dirty kitchen like, I know her coochie stank. Has it happened?
Now, okay, so since you said that, that's so crazy. I was basically everything I just said about the kitchen was you're spot on, but I just didn't want to say that. Because there have been situations where I walked in and like a woman's shit is a mess. It's like I've been to people and there's like paint cans in the bathroom and like just like almost like somebody like started hardcore remodeling and then stopped, or I came over in the middle, and that immediately makes me feel like it ain't.
And then it's been proven. Did you still get in the guts?
Not in the same way that I yeah, you're right, I did. But
exactly.
But to me it's like if they're showing
stink?
I've never but in my mind it's like if I see that the room is some way, I'll automatically check that off, and because I'm already very safe around that kind of stuff anyways. I'll make sure to use protection and all that. But if they place is nasty, I'll assume that I gotta be safe.
Does it make you think to could I live with this person or something like that? Because if a person is,
I never think that.
You never think that. I think that sometimes if I go to a guy's place and it's disgusting,
could
I
you
think
live
like,
here?
Could I live with this guy and this be his habits?
I never even considered that.
I'd have my fucking work cut out for me.
I have no plans on living with somebody.
Never?
I would much rather just get them a place nearby.
So you've never lived with anyone before?
No.
Wow.
I've lived with like roommates.
No.
Saying, like,
a woman.
No.
Yeah, no. Oh, wow. I've only lived with one person, one romantic relationship before.
How was that? Did you like it?
I did.
Not the relationship, just the living.
No. The living situation, I did. It was nice to feel protected, just because I feel like being a woman in this society, you really have to like protect yourself even more. And if you're a single woman, who spends a lot of time alone, then
I think married women should also have guns. I think I'm huge adamant at all women having straps.
Yeah, for sure. So living with my significant other, my my boyfriend at the time, he was a huge gun enthusiast too. Like,
oh, so you knew you could be there for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, and we're solid, you know, and we had a smart house and everything. So he had extra levels of protection there. And then it was just like, that was really comfortable for me to feel protected and not have to be the one protecting everything physically. I protect, you know, emotions and the mental and, you know, take care of other things. But actually being able to depend on somebody else for protection living in the home was very comfortable.
The risk in that is putting all your eggs in one basket. Now you looking to somebody for the protection. What if they get smacked up? This burglar comes in. Now you're like, damn.
But I got it after that. But what I'm saying is I can.
Oh, you just don't want to be first.
I like to feel protected, you know, and most of the guys that I've dealt with are protectors.
Yeah.
So it's very comfortable for me to depend on him, even though if something happens.
That makes sense.
I have the skills to, you know, back him up if need be.
I think it's because I'm thinking of it from the man's point of view, where I'm just like, I don't really want, even if I did feel safe in a, whether it's a compound or the people I'm with, I never want to depend on somebody else for you know, in terms of something that's so important like my life. So I just kind of want to have that for myself.
So that's exactly
with extra protection if I can have it. But if it comes down to me, I'm good.
That's
so
exactly how you're supposed to think about it. You know, but I don't really know any men that would be like, I heard a noise, you go check it. Tell me to go check it. You know what I'm saying? Like, any guy that I've dealt with, you would tell me to go check it? Get the no, you would not. No, you would not. I refuse.
You look like you fight better than me.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
What do you mean?
You think I'm gonna hit him with my titties?
That was not a titty joke.
Well, how do I look like I can fight better than you? I don't.
You do.
No, I don't.
Well, I just recently saw, you just showed me a picture of you back when you played basketball.
I did.
What was the first thing I asked? How many bitches you pull?
And this was a fast break. This was me playing defense.
Right, it was a fast break.
No, this was me playing defense on a fast break picture.
And the thing about
the chick, and I was
people on defense, they mad. So she had that brow burrowed.
But it's an action shot.
She had that. Yeah, damn right. She
bitches.
had that hunter eye. You was going like this. You had that slick back. You had them basketball shorts.
Yeah. I had on my team's jersey.
And the first thing I said, how many bitches was you pulling?
I don't even like women.
What was your wait? Don't leave me out on the island. What was your answer? All of them. Yeah, exactly. You said all of them.
Well, I wasn't talking about women.
Okay.
Wasn't talking about women, okay? The bitches I was pulling wasn't women.
All right, well, this is clearly a juicy-ass thread. Why don't you, what's...
All right. This guy says, shoes, a gaming console, clothes, but in my case, Funkos stacked up in an inconvenient corner. What are Funkos?
Okay, so he just added a couple more things. Telltale sign that I missed, besides hoodie and basketball shorts, PlayStation. Absolutely. The gaming console, telltale giveaway.
I'd get away with that because I have a PlayStation.
No, I mean, yeah, girls who game is definitely but we would know that before we came over, to be honest.
Oh, if you saw a second controller and you knew I only had one?
I don't think it's like that. I have 3 controllers. I just, that doesn't mean anything.
Look, you'll see a little personalized controller. This nigga left it.
See, okay, now that's the shit.
The controller's blue.
If she was a gamer, more than likely that was one of the things that attracted us to her, so we would have known before coming in. I think it's seeing a PS5 and someone, the chick you messing with don't even know who Tomb Raider is, and you'd be like, okay, nigga central. So I think those are the 3: hoodie, basketball shorts, and game console. But one thing that he threw in there, a little monkey wrench, the Funko Pop. Those are the little figurines of all the pop culture thing, or you can get a customized. They got the big black eyes. That's nigga shit. That is nigga shit.
Because I don't know anything about that. So if you saw one of those sitting around my place, I'd be like,
It also depends on, honestly, Funko Pops, I do know women that collect them. So it depends on what Funko Pop it is too.
I would say I would get caught up with that because I don't know what the hell that is. So
but if it was like Harry Potter, you could probably play that off. You'd be like, oh, he probably wouldn't even second guess it. Be like, oh, you like Harry Potter? But if it was like,
I love Harry Potter.
Fucking Asian nigga from Final Fantasy 12, he'd be like, okay.
So my friend has it's like a little small figurine. He has it looks like an orange dinosaur. I forget the name. It's no. Squirtle? No.
Is it a Pokemon?
Yeah, I think so.
Charmander.
Yes.
Yeah.
Charmander. And so it's like a little one, and he places it in different like areas of his apartment. Is that a Funko Pop? Like
he places the same one in different areas?
Like
or
yeah, and then
he's
had like
He places one. He moves one or places them in.
Every now and then, like when I go over there, I'll see Charmander like on the kitchen counter, and then 3 days later, I'll come by and Charmander sitting under the TV.
Well, is this nigga have a ghost? Only ghosts move shit that randomly.
I don't know, but it's the little figurines, right?
Yeah.
I'll just see it in the background when I like FaceTime. I'm like, oh, there's Charmander.
Can you ask him why he keeps moving it for me?
I can. I'll ask for you.
Okay. What up, guys? This episode is brought to you by Dave. Now, with the holidays around the corner, you might be wondering how you're going to be able to make ends meet and shower your loved ones with gifts. Dave can help you get out of a pinch so you can enjoy the holiday season.
Dave is the banking app that could help you get up to $500 instantly with extra cash. With Dave, there's no interest, late fees, or credit checks. That's more money to buy those last-minute gifts or catch up on bills without having to wait for your next paycheck. You can finally tackle those expenses that have been stressing you out with any hang-ups. Millions of people have already downloaded the Dave app to get the financial relief that they need with extra cash. So if you're in a pinch and need some extra help, download Dave and think of it as a helping hand from future you.
I always try to hook up future me.
Oh, me too.
That is big.
Okay.
So download Dave today at dave.com/thickthreads. That's, again, dave.com/thickthreads. And you can sign up for an extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. And instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Hey.
Yeah. Shout out to Dave.
Dave. Okay, this guy says there's levels. His name, I have to say, is Booty Noodles. I just have to and
no
his
numbers,
ad is
just straight up Booty Noodles?
Booty Noodles. His ad is Big Snugga. I like everything about this
I'm
guy right
a huge fan of Booty Noodles.
Wait, what are Booty Noodles?
You just made, I don't know. I don't know. Either noodles that come out of booty
you eat the noodles that come out of booties?
I mean, booty noodles is only one of two things. It's either noodles that come out of a booty or a booty made of noodles. I'm a fan of both of those. I wouldn't eat them, but I'd look at them. It sounds like a good NFT.
Booty noodles. It could be, what are those balls that you pull out?
Anal beads?
Anal beads, yeah. Maybe that's Booty Noodles.
Wow, you're saying that would be the company name for anal beads.
Booty Noodles.
Now ramen flavor. Booty noodles. You know the two dogs that slurp the noodles until they kiss? Uh-huh. That's how you eat booty. You slurp the noodle until the booty comes. And
what was that? It wasn't Land Before Time, was it?
Land Before Time? What the fuck would they be eating spaghetti? What the fuck?
It was the dogs, though. It was
Disney.
Like the girl
fucking Homeward Bound. I don't know.
Yeah. Homeward Bound? That's worse.
I don't know. It was the animated dogs. I forgot what they're called. Lawrence and Cujo.
Cujo?
Lawrence and Cujo. Look it up.
Cujo was a scary ass dog. Did you see that movie?
I'm pretty sure the Disney dogs were named Lawrence and Cujo.
Oh. Side piece tier. Change of clothes, toothbrush, toiletries. Girlfriend tier, your slides. Wife tier, PS5.
I disagree.
Oh, nigga leaving his slides.
I think the PS5 is wife and girlfriend tier. I think the slide is all 3 tiers.
The slides? Niggas ain't leaving their slides.
Yeah, I'm not
Niggas
leaving my
are
slides.
not leaving their slides.
The only reason you would have to leave slides is if you already had other shoes over there, or if you have other shoes. Why would you leave your slides? I would never leave my slides.
Oh, I've had slides.
I think I told the story on this podcast, but I told you the story how I had to like stay in the closet for 6 hours because the Marine dad. One of the big reasons I didn't just say fuck it and run while he slept is because my keys were in my slides. So I would have had to do a lot before getting beat up.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's tough. I'm glad you got out of that situation unscathed.
Unscathed. I don't even think the dude knows.
He does now. No, he probably doesn't.
If her dad watches this podcast, that'd be hilarious.
What up, bro?
He still wouldn't know.
Why not?
I didn't say enough information.
The military people be having very, very.
But that was just a regular night to him, you know, because he didn't know the subtleties of what was happening behind his back.
Damn. Piss on the toilet seat. He missed.
Who are these disgusting niggas leaving piss and shit at their girl's house? I would never, because your girl has to see that.
And a do-rag.
Okay, maybe a do-rag.
I had a do-rag, and I'm like, where the fuck did this?
It was yours?
No.
Oh yeah, you can't. You have nothing for that. You can't say it was yours.
Shit, yes, the fuck I can. I'm a black girl. I can use a do-rag.
Leave all seed in your bonnets.
I've used do-rags before.
Don't they do the same thing?
Huh?
Do they do the same thing?
No. I mean,
why would you use a do-rag instead of a bonnet?
If I didn't know where my bonnet was.
Okay, so they do the same thing.
I've had, well, a bonnet, you all your hair goes in a bonnet.
Right.
You know, a do-rag, it's just.
Oh, so do-rag is like a.
Yeah, it'll cover your edges. So I for sure used, like, especially when I had cornrows. When I would get cornrows, I would use a do-rag sometimes.
Okay.
Somebody said, "There's no such thing. Leave your PlayStation. I will save over your game." Ooh, if he left his PlayStation and you turned it on, and you saw his, that's how you know you saw his profile. And what if his profile, like, y'all playing the same game and he's way further than you? He beat a level that you struggling to beat.
Oh, you just being petty now. Nobody's gonna fucking just compare their video game.
You wouldn't. If you saw his profile, you saw he was playing a game that you were currently playing. You wouldn't check to see, like,
how far he is.
Yeah, let me see how far this nigga is.
I think your first concern would be the PlayStation itself. Like, oh, another nigga. If you were to get past that, yeah, I would for sure. I'm a gamer, so I would be like, damn, how do you do that? But saving over a nigga game is the coldest Uno reverse card, because he left it there to be like, hey, this my shit. If you just some unknown nigga, because you can find out who he is if he's the main, but if you just one of the sides, some unknown nigga, and you come through, start level 1 and save over his shit, I wish I had that story.
You'd be the unknown nigga coming through and saving over.
If I was the other nigga, oh my, you know the hurt? It's like, damn, you fucking another nigga and he saved over my God of War? Honestly, I'd be more hurt about the God of War, but that would have been, I would have been so upset. I would have been so upset. Oh my God. The save over is so much worse.
Patrick over here with the ice box. PS5 and like gun on the dresser.
Like, no. I have a cold pussy?
Icebox where my heart used to be.
Oh, a Marion song. Okay. Yeah. Thought you meant Icebox.
And that, guys.
Icebox, this Omarion
why you
song
don't do drugs.
Omarion that's an old ass song.
Icebox where my heart used to be.
Icebox song.
Who? I've never heard anybody
call a pussy a box?
No. When somebody has made the reference Icebox, I've never heard them say it was about pussy.
Maybe it should be. Maybe if I say you have an icebox.
It could be, but usually when we're talking about pussy. When you made the statement, I'd be more upset about the God of War over the fucking. That's when I said you got that ice box.
I'm still hurt. I'm still hurt.
Heartless.
I'm hurt over a hypothetical.
Wow. I said PS5 and gun on the dresser. I have
gun?
Uh-huh.
Why did I miss that? Okay.
Right. That's why I had to repeat it. I had a guy, and this was crazy because I wasn't even fucking with this dude. And he left his clip at my house. And I did something with it. Yeah. And it was on the bed.
He was like, I hope it. So that's y'all. That's nigga bobby pins. A fucking bullet.
A clip. And so the dude I was actually doing. Now, mind you, I wasn't even fucking with this dude. This was just my homeboy.
And he left it on purpose?
I don't think so. No. He left it on accident.
Takes the clip out.
But I don't know. But my real guy found the clip in my bed. There was no way for me to explain it. I tried. And I was like, I didn't even know it was in the bag. Like, in this case, no, it was my friend's clip. I didn't even know it was there.
That's a crazy thing to leave. Your defense. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna leave this gun so that her other nigga can know she has another nigga, and then you'd be like, hey, did he see it? And you'd be like, yeah, he's armed now. He has your gun. That's so dumb to me.
I was just like, fuck.
I better hope they don't get into it. Because that nigga has the clip.
Right. So it's safe to say he didn't like that nigga afterwards.
Did he cut you off after that, or did he forgive you?
No.
He forgave you for the clip in the bed?
Yeah. He went off on me. I mean, he was satisfied with what we had going on. He didn't want to give it up over.
You gave him that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's
sweet. I'm sorry.
Somebody said oil stains in her driveway and the toilet seat up.
Okay, if you picking up on oil stains in her driveway, you a damn detective.
Right. Niggas notice that type of shit though.
I don't.
Well, you're not a typical nigga.
Walking up a driveway hey, this is diesel. You take unleaded.
No, they won't necessarily know it's a guy's car, but they'll point it out like, what the... And they'll look like, look at my car like, this coming from your car? Like, it is definitely a sign.
That's happened to you before?
No, because they know niggas have oil stains in my driveway.
These are very specific examples.
No, I'm just saying, like, I had a driveway that had no stains on it, so I'm sure that the dude that I was dealing with at the time when I lived at that place, if there was to start being some mysterious oil stains in my driveway, he's going to say something because he was really invested in all my shit. He used to walk in the house and walk around and make sure there was no niggas there. I think he was joking, but partially serious. I'm like, nigga, I would never have you come over here.
It was a tradition?
Yeah.
He'd come in and check the closets and behind the curtains? Oh, you a fucking cartoon character? Like fucking shoes would be sticking out?
I think it was more so joking. Because, I mean, why would I have a dude there if he... It was funny to me. It was funny. I liked it,
Let me
actually.
tell you something. That nigga was 100% serious. I don't even know him. I thought it was
really funny. He's never caught me with a guy before.
He's done it more than once?
Yes.
It was really every time?
Not every time, but a lot of the times.
More
like
than
he would
3?
Come over. Yeah, way
this
more than 3.
nigga was really looking for people.
I don't think so. Like, cause he had access to the place. He had a key.
Okay.
He had a key. He had a garage opener. He had access to my place.
He had insecurities. So, that shit was those
so
were real
checks. If he wanted to pop up at any point in time, he could.
Right,
he never did.
All right, well then let me ask you something like that. When he checked behind the closet, was he still looking at you like, or was he really looking?
No, he really looked.
That nigga was really looking.
I don't think that would be so dumb. This one chick said men leave earrings, chains, scrunchies, phone chargers, clothes, debit cards at my house, and I just throw them away because I'm not going to let them move.
Threw a debit card away?
I guess. Because I'm not going to let them move into my house or have a reason to try to come back uninvited. Sometimes I even burn the things they leave because...
Jesus.
I think it's... whatever that whatever she's
She crazy, but she does have some points. I started throwing them away because once I started realizing like what certain women were doing, like especially like after I started like becoming established and I started noticing this more, I would just throw them away. And if they asked about them, I would just tell them I threw it away.
See,
take care of your shit.
I've had so much growth that
Yeah, no growth.
I've had a lot of growth to now I feel like I'll even clean up like even other shit. Like sometimes even if I notice something, I'll just be like, and throw it away. Like I've thrown away like hairs and shit like that, and I'll just, but
you start burning.
But I'm
them?
like, no,
this ain't synthetic.
No, I just got to a point where I'm like, I don't have the mental capacity to deal with.
That's what it all
shit.
comes
like,
down to. I think that's
I'm
what growing
like,
older is. It's just like, I'm too tired for this now.
So if I know I'm going to clean up his place or something like that, I won't harbor on necessarily all the shit that I find. If it's too blatant, there's some shit like, nigga, come on, like get this. What?
Like
don't let me find condoms in the fucking trash can. Like, nigga,
like
you could have took
his
the
dick
trash out
in the vagina, in the trash can.
What's your knife?
How many more you got left? I want to get into this exhibit.
Oh, sorry. Ball hair on her toothbrush.
Oh, so we're going deep into all the other ones, and you're just glazing past ball hair on the toothbrush?
I didn't. I mean, I read that one, and I was waiting for you to say
you just
something.
left that little pocket?
I
Who said that? A girl or a boy?
Probably a guy. Ball hair. If she can get ball hair without balls.
This is my problem. A lot of these examples have been disgusting. Like a dude's like, let me take this giant shit in her toilet for these other niggas, or let me leave pee on her toilet for these other niggas, or let me literally have her choke on my pubes for some other nigga who may or may not be in there, but for sure I'm putting pubes in her mouth.
Patrick, let me find a nigga's ball hair on my toothbrush.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm burning his house down.
All
you do
these
not
things,
play with somebody's toothbrush.
All these things, you could lose the woman trying to send signs to these other niggas that may or may not be there.
In your life.
You ain't killing them.
Play with people's toothbrush? Let you find out somebody playing with your toothbrush. Nigga, what?
Have I sabotaged the toothbrush?
Oh, hell no. Not that you have. You don't think.
I don't think
I know that I have never. I can say that confidently. The fact that you have to think about whether you sabotage the toothbrush or not is having me look at you a little different.
It's okay. I don't think I have, because I'm a good person.
I don't believe that statement. But I'm going to go. This guy says, this some sucker shit. Real ones don't have to mark their territory. That's women's shit. And he proceeds to say, toothbrush, extra set of briefs, my choice of bottled water, weed ashtray on the counter, Nike slides at the front door.
He's lamer than everybody else we've...
Ain't really marking territory.
Yeah, he's lamer than everybody else we heard.
Oh, he said that's not really marking territory.
Oh, that list?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yes, it is.
It seems like everything...
Changing up her water. You know what? I've been questioned about changing water.
What's your normal?
Because I was getting Voss water, and then I changed to Essentia.
And somebody was like, what nigga is this? What niggas you hanging around?
Right. I was like, damn. Like, and he drunk, like, it was just.
That's way more different for women, because I feel like women's effect on dudes is undeniable. Dudes, right, depending on the dude, may or may not affect. Like, I feel like a woman can go in a full relationship that's healthy with a woman and not change anything. Mm-hmm. That's impossible for a dude. Like, because women, you guys do too much cool shit. So hanging around with a woman, like, they'll change their soap. you know what I mean? Just because you guys just choose better shit. So that's way more likely for a dude to get caught up. But it's rare that I've seen like a woman change up that much things.
I changed up some water, and he was like, "What nigga?" And I'm
I would like to say I be changing up girls. You know,
you be changing girls into
not into like my puppet into what I want, but
into different type of habits.
Yeah, just based on being around me.
Wow, that's interesting.
I think it's fun. I think it's just because I do cool stuff.
Oh, you do cool stuff. But I don't know. What do you do that a woman would pick up on and make her
roast?
What?
Roasting.
You've assisted some women in becoming
I've turned
roasters?
Women into the worst people ever.
Wow. I can definitely say that I have 100% changed up niggas' habits.
Really? Like what?
Absolutely. From the type of fucking seasonings they use in their kitchen to the facial products, the lotions, to how they overall take care of themselves. Like,
you know what? I will give you that. Even just from working with you, I have actually, your self-care / beauty stuff is like pretty top tier. So if I see anything, you put me on that lotion, that African lotion. What is it? The Lemur. I could be calling it the Lemur part.
He's from Inglewood. Oh
my God!
Inglewood.
But I did notice that very, very early. Like when I would take a shower at a woman's house or something like that. Like their soaps, all the stuff they have is way better than. I think we even talked about it on this podcast because y'all be having all the good flavors and they be marketing to us like gunmetal. It's like, nigga, what flavor is that?
Right, right, exactly. So, colognes, smells, definitely helped, shape people in that. Cooking more.
Okay.
Like I've definitely, I think, really helped guys that I've dealt with, like, change up things. It's kind of like because I definitely feel like I'm a nurturer, I'm a caretaker. And so even him saying, like, my self-care, I'm really, really big on smells, scents, and just overall, like, skincare and all that. So I think men, you guys, want guidance in those areas, but you can't really ask because it's not looked at as manly. Yeah. But I think men really, really, because I mean, if you just give a man like a facial, and not the sexual one, not the sexual one, but just a facial, like you'll see the appreciation.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, what are you using now? Like, what's that? Like, is this okay to use here?
Right. As someone who has never had any interest in the whole macho manly thing, I think the reason why, going over to women's house and seeing the products and showering and seeing the soaps and all the face stuff that they use stood out to me so much because I was just like, oh, I want to do this. Like, I don't care. Like, fuck all that other stuff. Like, I want to do this. And
it's so funny.
It's way better.
I saw a video sketch, and it was the guy that he compared when he was single, his skincare routine, to when he was single.
It was like water.
To then when he was in a relationship.
And
yes.
It was like a 12-step.
Yes. He even put the steamer on. He put the eye mask on. Like, he had the whole.
And I know I'm not alone because I be seeing, like, I think sketches are good because it shows its expression. So it shows, like, this is what guys think too.
Right.
But I do feel like I've just had personal one-on-one conversations with dudes who were either in a relationship or married, and they were like, even like on the spectrum of like macho-ness, they were on the gangster side of shit, and they were doing masks and shit and all this crazy stuff with they girls, and it's like, man, I'm glad I chose the non-macho side.
Spa day with your boo? Oh my God.
First of all, I would put that on my story. So that's why I'm like, I'm glad I chose the non-macho way because they got to do all that shit in silence or they would be fucking destroyed by their friends.
I live for taking care of like a man's skin. Oh, I fucking love that shit.
But you be watching Dr. Pimple Popper and stuff like that.
I do. I love Dr. Pimple Popper. So that lets you know that any guy that I deal with, if he has any type of blemish or some type of whatever when it comes to skincare issues. I mean, I even have a whole skincare company that's dedicated to helping improve.
Talk about it.
Oh yeah, that's my massage oil.
I'm a big fan of the packaging because like this is literally how potions come in video games.
Right.
This shit looks like it's gonna give me extra health.
It's some good stuff. I mean, you can use it. It's my massage oil.
What's in it?
So it's a plethora of ingredients.
No, what's floating around in it?
Oh, I put rose petals.
Oh, okay.
So there's rose petals inside of it, and this is one of my babies. I created it myself. I love using it. I've actually tested it
on
before.
Animals.
No, on a man.
Okay.
And it actually works really well as a.
It's like a lotion too, right?
As a lubricant for self-pleasure.
This helped it slide in?
No. Not inside.
Okay.
No. Self-pleasure.
I was like, oh, this got a couple.
Male self-pleasure.
Self-pleasure. Like this is that.
Yeah. I've had this company for a few years now.
It's that Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
You should sell.
We didn't have to reapply. I'll just say this. We didn't have to reapply before the job was done.
You should sell it with pictures of you as like a Jack kit. Call it a Jackie kit.
No.
And then it's like you got the oil, you got the references. I don't know who's still jacking off the pictures, but
right.
You know what I mean? Have a whole little call it a nut night.
A nut night.
Nut night.
I can't say that that's a bad idea, so I'm not.
Well,
but yes.
You know how karma works.
Wow. Excuse me. Pig.
Remember we had an episode where I was talking shit the whole time?
Yep.
And then my thread went long and I was like, well, it looks like you don't have time for yours.
Mm-hmm. Why you think I kept going?
Well, it's looking like this is my episode.
Yeah.
We don't have time for mine.
We don't have no time for yours.
So we can stop hearing your mouth.
In your words, fuck your thread.
Well, so we don't have to hear your mouth any longer.
Can I say one last one before?
Okay.
Before I stop, this last one was kind of funny. About to pay her rent so I could get a spare key. I'm leaving me in that bitch.
Oh shit.
And a girl say he leaves you with trauma. So yeah, that was I enjoyed the responses from that. They really showed out. So thank you to my people on Twitter, and thank y'all. I just hit 300,000 today on Twitter.
300,000 on Twitter? Mm-hmm. That's pretty big. Twitter's hard to grow on.
I know. They've been showing out lately.
All right, let's get to these facts. I'm going to give 3 because I didn't get a thread.
3? Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to give 1.
Yep.
Okay.
So do you want to give yours after my first one or after my first 2? Where do you want to fit in this interesting sandwich?
Fact sandwich?
You want to be the first slice of meat or the second slice of meat?
I'm gonna be
or do you want a piece of bread?
Because I feel like if yours are
on the
this
top.
thick,
that means you're second, right? And then I do 2 more. If you're cheese,
there's bread, there's
cheese,
meat, then cheese.
Why would the cheese be under the meat?
Are we double meats? Oh, we're only 1 meat.
Yeah, because there's 2 breads, 1 meat, 1 cheese.
Okay, I thought
I was saying.
a double.
I originally was saying 2 pieces of meat, but when you said cheese, I was like, okay, the cheese got to be on top of the meat.
I was thinking cheese in between the 2 patties.
Right, but that would mean I had 4 facts, which I do. If you want to do it like that, you want to
no.
It depends. How much do you want to be cheese?
Bread, meat, and then cheese. and then your
then meat, then bread.
Oh, you would need
so
bread.
that's two on each side.
I wasn't even thinking about the.
So I'm just saying,
bread.
are you more committed to actually being the cheese, or do you really just want to go second?
It doesn't matter to me.
All right. Well, I
go ahead and do 2 facts. I'll do.
There we go. Okay, I was like, we didn't get nowhere.
Damn it. This is what it's like trying to figure out where to eat from.
Right. All right. This is fucking crazy to me. All right. You, a human being, your DNA contains all the necessary genes to produce feathers.
So why don't we?
Good ass question. And what made me
So we could fly?
Well, not necessarily. What this made me think of was dinosaurs, and how I was a huge dinosaur kid. I used to go to the museums, I had the toys and stuff. And then when I was about midway in my teens, I heard that there's a lot of that stuff that could have been false because of new information. Like, we're literally learning about a species that isn't there anymore, so information is the Wild West.
They be putting the dinosaur fossils on the wrong
They
bones.
did. No, they do.
They did?
So there's a bunch of
Is the T-Rex
dinosaurs
really, or they just couldn't find the arms for the T-Rex?
There is something about their arms. I think their arms were a little longer. Don't quote me.
Okay.
But I know that
I'm
they were putting a lot of bones from different animals together. So imagine we all went extinct and you found giraffe bones, lion bones, and bear bones. You put them all together and you were like, holy shit.
This is a crazy.
And then you got 1 million kids to fall in love with that animal. And then you were like, oh shit, this is a long neck nigga.
Right.
This is a mane. And then you started saying what it really was. And then you were just like, oh shit, well, I really
Too
like
late now.
the giraffe lion. But apparently, like things like the brontosaurus, the triceratops.
I love triceratops.
That might not have existed.
What?
Yeah. But there's a lot of other things like that big shield.
Yeah.
It could have been a bunch of colors. How birds have like.
Ooh.
So here's the craziest. This has nothing to do with the fact. I just learned about this earlier this year. Dinosaur research has gone so far. They're saying that they probably were full of feathers. Mm-hmm. So raptors and all these things. Like, imagine we found everything that we needed to about an eagle and constructed it, and it looked like a lizard. And then we were like, holy shit, they have feathers? That changes everything. So apparently a bunch of them were feathers, and then a bunch of them probably also had a bunch of colorful colors, like those big things that we may have thought that was defensive on dinosaurs, like how the triceratops have that big shield. Mm-hmm. They could have been full of colors, how like animals have those colorful
loved
things.
To see that.
Or
like a metallic.
Huh?
Ooh, like a metallic.
Metallic, or just like big purples and reds and blues, kind of like how you ever seen that
Or like a peacock?
Yeah, literally peacocking, or like those birds that be like going like this and just like dancing and stuff, or them spiders for mating purposes. So we took it very literal to their skin and bones.
Wait, do the spider dance again?
They be going like this. Sorry. It's like a spider that goes like this, and colors come up, and he goes like this and starts dancing. Mm-hmm. So there could have been like a lot of extra appendages that made them look much more different and cuter.
So why don't we have our feathers? I'm upset about this, because if there was a potential that we could fly just by having feathers, that would be
if
so
humans could fly from the
lit.
beginning, we'd be dead already.
No, we
don't think that'd be alive.
wouldn't. Yes, we would. Are you kidding me?
I think we're good on the
birds
floor.
have so much freedom.
Birds, having feather looks uncomfortable too.
No, it does.
You ever
not.
pulled the feather out and it has that little stick?
Mm-hmm.
Is that just going into the skin?
What's the difference between a hair follicle? You pull out a hair follicle.
Hair feathers be having them thick ass straws that go into the skin.
Pulling out a feather, to me, I don't think they really feel the feather in them until it's pulled out. Just like when you pull out a piece of hair, that shit hurts like hell, you know. But
we almost had feathers.
I mean, if we still got the DNA, scientists, instead of trying to unearth viruses from 40,000 years ago, why don't you figure out like how to get us some feathers? Because we probably had them then.
All right. So, did you say you wanted to be the cheese? Like, I have another piece of meat coming, or you next?
You can do another one.
Okay. Neck. Nickelodeon. It's Nickelodeon's classic green slime.
Oh, yeah.
It was made from applesauce, vanilla pudding, oatmeal, and green dye. Oatmeal, applesauce, vanilla pudding.
So the oatmeal made it look chunky.
Turned it green, so not only was it safe to eat, it was also very tasty.
I was just about to say, that sounds delicious.
Vanilla and apple oatmeal? Absolutely. So that's crazy. Like I always
probably
imagined
already
it,
eat that.
I always imagined it tasting like goose. You ever bought goose?
Is it the yogurt?
It was the slime that came in like those clear little lockers and stuff like that. You weren't supposed to taste them, but I tasted them, and it just tasted like slime. And now I know that the Nickelodeon slime was delicious. Wow,
that makes sense. But when I saw, who was it? Was it Katy Perry? When she got blasted by
somebody didn't mess with her like that.
Right. Yeah, that sounds amazing. And the green dye is not bad either. You never had like green eggs in ham, you know?
No, I've only read about it.
Oh, well, yeah, the green dye, that ain't no thing. Ain't no thing. Let me get slimed. I want to get slimed.
All right.
I would love to get slimed. If I
do too.
Yeah,
Pause. That's a goal of mine.
Yeah.
All right, those are my 2 pieces of meat. Why don't you give us your fact for the day?
Okay. Being sleep deprived for more than 24 hours can cause you to experience visual, auditory, and sensory hallucinations. The longer you stay awake, the more progress towards psychosis. So 24 hours, I mean, I've stayed up for 24 hours before. I don't know if I was necessarily...
You do get a little, like, out of it. You know, like when people start saying weird stuff and they're just like, sorry, I haven't slept in a long time.
Yep.
So I think you do start losing it.
7 signs of sleep deprivation are... 7 signs of sleep deprivation are reduced alertness, shortened attention span, slower than normal reaction time, poorer judgment, reduced awareness of the environment and situation, reduced decision-making skills, poor memory, and reduced concentration. The longest recorded time without sleep is approximately 264 hours.
Damn.
Or just over 11 consecutive days.
Damn.
Although it's unclear exactly how long humans can survive without sleep, it isn't long before the effects of sleep deprivation start to show. After only 3 or 4 nights without sleep, you can start to hallucinate. I've had it. It wasn't necessarily sleep deprivation, but I was so tired that I've hallucinated before, and this is horrible.
What'd you see?
It's when I would drive and I'd be sleep driving. You've never been so sleepy while you were driving that you've like the road just doesn't look like the road a little further up. I've had trouble processing the road ahead when I was too sleepy driving. So I would like slow down. I've been pulled over for this before. I've like slowed
sleepy driving?
down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a thing.
Because you're going slow or swerving?
It might even be worse than drunk driving. Sleep driving? Yes. Yes.
Were you asleep or were you sleepy?
I was sleepy to the point where it was hard for me to figure out reality versus, my hallucination. It's hard to see. When you're too sleepy, you start seeing shit.
So what'd you get pulled over for? Swerving?
I got pulled over for driving too slow and swerving within my lane. So I wasn't even swerving into other lanes.
How the fuck do you swerve within your lane?
Swerving within my lane. I got pulled over.
That's a charge?
I was going 45 miles per hour and I was swerving in the lane. So I got pulled over. I was so sleepy. Oh my God, I was so sleepy. And getting pulled over, he's flashlight. Now, my friends are in the back seat. They're all knocked out. They were knocked out drunk. And I was the designated driver, but I was sleepy.
Okay.
I had worked their graduation. So they were a year ahead of me in college. So it was their graduation day, and I worked for events in college. And so I worked their graduation day, and then they wanted to go out that night. It was hot as fuck. It was like I was working that all day, and then had to get ready and go out and club with them that night. I was so tired from work that by the time we left, and the club was like in Oxnard. So when I'm driving back, I'm like exhausted.
Just know that a human catnap is only 20 minutes, and it can make you feel like you slept for hours.
I feel you, but I didn't feel like I had that time because they were also my roommates.
Okay.
So I'm talking college. Right. So I don't know too many people in college that pulled over to take I feel like that's a grown person thing. I don't
napping
think
when you sleepy?
Napping while driving from the club.
If you
that's not
falling asleep at the wheel?
It's not a safe situation, period.
Yes.
So 4 women in the car pulled over on the side of the road, falling asleep in the car is not a safe environment.
Okay.
Driving sleepy is not a safe environment. It was just unsafe all around. But I just remember being so sleepy that it was so hard for me to figure out the road that I was driving super slow so that I made sure I didn't hit anything. And then I got pulled over because I was dozing off. You've never dozed off while you've been sleeping? I mean, while driving?
Not fully going to sleep, but there have been times where I would nod off and then come back up, and then I would pull over immediately because I don't play with that shit.
I've never pulled over and taken a nap on the road.
Well, I mean, I haven't either. But even when I pull over and just give myself a second, it's just my brain going offline is so scary to me. Just because I be falling asleep everywhere. Like I just know how to fall asleep, and then I'll wake up and ask what happened after. So I know that that's totally not okay if I'm on the highway. So yeah, there have been some pretty sketchy nights where I would be in a pitch black spot just getting myself together while I was sleepy. But yeah, I don't want to play with that.
It's really scary, and I had to tell myself okay, I can't do this anymore. So that's why I'm glad we got Uber. So when I go out now, I just Uber because I know how tired I'll be by the end of the night, even if I don't drink.
Because now you can just pull off, go somewhere that you would remember, and Uber from there.
And I know I'm not supposed to fall asleep in the Uber. You're not supposed to for safety.
I'd be doing it sometimes.
But I can't sit here and say that I haven't because I for sure have.
You gotta analyze if you could whoop the driver. If some big ass nigga, I'm alert. But
if I start getting that phone call, if my phone rings on my lap and I get that phone call from Uber talking about your destination
is 30 miles the other direction. What happened?
Are you safe?
I'm so glad they do that now.
Yeah, there's
a big
awesome.
thing I just read about fake Ubers in Mexico.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And Uber can't even figure out how to solve it, right?
Yeah, niggas is talking about oh, did you call a boober? Boober?
That would be my my company.
I don't think anybody would fall asleep.
So there's a movie. Have you seen the movie? I think it's called Awake or something like that. It's a movie about everyone in the world suddenly loses the ability to fall asleep.
Ooh,
and
I
after a while,
it's just
they
people
die.
Who can stay up. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a one girl who, a small child who still has the ability to fall asleep, and so they're after her, trying to get her DNA, just trying to study her so that they can, figure out how to get some type of antidote for people to be able to fall asleep again. But I mean, sleep was taking everybody out.
Sleep is important.
Yeah,
sleep is important. That's why I feel like Freddy Krueger is the most powerful slasher that there is, because everybody got to get that sleep work.
Yeah, I don't disagree. He come for you in your sleep. That's horrible.
All right. Well, we've ran out of time.
We have.
I've been pushed to the side this episode.
Yes, you have.
I ain't get no thread. I didn't even get my bottom bread.
As you should.
This sandwich was bread, cheese, and meat.
But it was delicious.
And then plate.
Bread, cheese, and meat. Mm-hmm.
Well, we want to thank you guys so much for pulling up to another episode of Thick Threads. Again, I did not do the intro. I don't think I'm going to do the intros anymore.
Why?
Because we're just going to start the show.
You're just going to start the show. So for the people that come in on episode
Fuck 'em.
16-ish.
It's ish.
Not fuck them.
It's ish anyways. You know.
You just say, they can figure out who we are.
I'm gonna do an intro the next show. Okay. Y'all gonna get that standard show, and then y'all tell me which one you like better, because this was clearly not a standard episode.
No. This is good, though.
But we will see you guys next week. As always, I've been your co-host, Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Persephanie.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Later, threadheads.
The redhead.